it's got electric seats. I don't think, oh no, it does have electric passenger seat. It doesn't have, though, if I remember, although it does have memory position on this particular model. And the other thing that's different on this model is the suspension. Now, Subaru started to move away from the McPherson strut suspension on this model to increase the rear space in the back suspension. The car comes with massive brakes, front and rear, STI Brembo black in colour, calipers on the front and the big black calipers on the back, similar to what come out on the STI Impreza WRX, and of course really big brake rotors. Now of course what we fitted in this car is DBA 5000 series rotors on the front to give it maximum stopping power and get rid of the heat, because of the aluminium hats keep the heat out of the brake hub assembly on the wheel bearings, and of course they get rid of the heat a lot quicker and a lot more reliable from a reduction in the risk of cracking. And of course this car is going to get driven very hard, because the owner's brief to us was we did an XA kit, an XB power kit, then we did the XC power kit. He come to within 1 second a lap of racing his mate's Porsche at a racetrack, and got on the phone and said, I need more grunt, what do we got to do? And we said, look, we're going to have to do an engine rebuild. There's no more reliability in the engine from an external modification point of view, and the rest is history. Completely replacement, modified, fully flowed heads with big camshafts, heavy duty con rods, fully forged pistons, balanced, blueprinted, obviously custom tuned ECU using Ecutech software. What else did we do? Oh, that was the big thing. It had to look as original as possible. So when you see under the bonnet, you'll notice it has a factory fitted airbox, and that was because we did a custom front mount that fitted with the factory airbox, and that is a huge advantage because of course lifting the bonnet all looks nice and original, still got the engine cover in place, and from a drivability point of view, the factory standard airbox when you're driving down the road gives positive air intake pressure to the engine, which gives you an improvement in the sharpness or the crispness of the way the throttle responses, because you've got all that air rushing into the airbox, and that's something that you don't get with cold air intakes or pod filters or any of those aftermarket types of filters that unfortunately are common fitting when you do a front mount intercooler. The front mount on this car was a real squeeze, because there's not a lot of room in the front of a Liberty GT to fit a front mount. Of course the car was never designed for it. No Subaru is actually designed for a front mount, but of course a lot of people fit them. This particular model, the intercooler is normally sit on the top of the engine. Now, one of the things that was a challenge on this particular model was we had to modify the connection from the electronic throttle butterfly to the new stainless steel pipework that had to go to the front mount intercooler, and Subaru had this absolutely weird connection that proved to be a real challenge for us, and I'm thankful to say that final testing recently by me, and that was a lot of fun, we've managed to succeed, because what was happening is the hose just kept blowing off because there was no easy way of mechanically connecting it. And you've got to remember that this car is running some pretty healthy boost figures. I might add, it doesn't have a replacement turbo yet. The client wants to drive the car with the factory standard turbo and appreciate its incredible bottom end torque and drivability before he puts a thumping big turbo on it and then really turns the wick up. Now this engine is designed for probably well over 30 psi boost, and at the moment it's got a huge improvement in power, but when we put the big turbo on it, it's just going to be even better. Just drive around here into a position where I'm not on a public road and just talk a little bit more. Now what I'll do is start heading back to the workshop. Now other things that I do like about this car, we've obviously changed the suspension fairly dramatically. We have kept the original factory suspension with shocks and springs, because this model does come with slightly lowered suspension. It's got white line sway bars front and rear, improved STI strut brace, it's got the lower bracing, but in all times it had to be maintained to be a company car to drive. It was a sporty car, but it had to be a company car. Kilometres on the car, the engine's really only done 15,000 k's before we rebuilt it. Obviously it's now fully run in because we're delivering it back to the client. Won't need another oil change for another 10 to 12,000 k's. And I'm trying to think of any other particular things that we really did that just made this car so much different. That in the engine rebuild, of course, attention to detail is what makes the biggest difference. And probably the biggest thing was just that taking the time to make sure everything was, oh that's right, we had to use 14mm head studs because obviously it's got really potential for big boost in the future, so especially modified head gaskets to take those heavy, bigger studs. If you're building an engine for yourself, remember that the head studs on a Subaru engine are a stretch bolt and are not designed to be reused. They have to be replaced. And unifilter in the factory standard airbox. So there you have it. That's the 2007-2008 Liberty GT sedan, tuned by STI model, with well over 200 kilowatts at the wheels, and I just love driving this car. Thanks for watching. Bye. So there you have it, Liberty GT 2008-2007 model. I hope you enjoyed the video. This has been a fantastic project. Thank you so much for the person who's probably watching this for letting us build you your car. We've enjoyed building it, as I'm sure you'll enjoy driving it for many years to come. For more video, technical tips, audio files, you know where to find it and where to comment on it here on YouTube at mrtperformance.com.au, Flickr, Facebook and LinkedIn. Of course you can follow us on Twitter. For now, it's time for us to get back to work and work on the next project car. I'm Brett Middleton. Thanks for watching.